name's Lewis, and have I got a story to tell you. What I'm about to tell you is true, and the only people I have ever told about this are my wife and children. I was born in Leicester, England, and grew up there. When I got old enough, my father introduced me to a position within the Ministry of Defence. I worked there for a few years and eventually was granted clearance for some top secret knowledge. This was in 1977 and I can still remember it clearly. I was sat down in a small room across the table from one of my superiors, and he began to tell me about this project that they'd been working on. He said that they had developed time travel technology and they were looking for someone to test it. Obviously, I asked a lot of questions, and they said there was about a 50% chance it would work. Otherwise, I could be lost in space and time for eternity, or even become trapped in between dimensions. To be honest, the one thing that kept me interested was the pay. They offered me £250,000 to visit the future and then report back on what I'd seen. I thought about it for a few days and I figured that the money could really help my family and I live a better life, so I accepted. A helicopter picked me up later that night and brought me to a top secret base at the bottom of the English Channel. They're not going to like that I'm saying this, but so be it. There's a tunnel there that allows access to this base, and we got into it through a disguised building and climbed down a long ladder. Then we took a car through the tunnel until we got to the base. The base was huge. There were all kinds of secret technologies being developed here, like teleportation devices and mind-reading technology. I was taken into a specific room, and that was the first time I ever saw it, the time machine. It was this huge triangle-shaped device with wires sticking out in every direction. There was a space in the middle for a person to sit. Once I saw the machine, the weight of the situation began to kick in. I was actually going to do this. Of course I was nervous, but I had already signed the papers. I had to do this. They told me that I was going to be sent about 600 years into the future if everything went right. I put on a special suit to protect against radiation and sat down on the seat in the middle of the machine. I could see the scientists on the other side of the room pressing buttons, and then the machine started to fire up. It was this deep whirring sound that shook the whole room, and then all I saw was white. All of a sudden I opened my eyes and I was in a hospital bed. There was a blanket over me, so I lifted it and saw I was still wearing that special suit. I looked around the room and it was seemingly empty. No TV, nothing. I said out loud, "Hello, is anybody there?" And then this robotic female voice said, "Hello, Lewis." I looked around and couldn't see anyone. "Where am I?" I asked. "What year am I in?" The voice said, "You are in the year 4413. Are you feeling all right?" I said that I felt fine, and suddenly then a door appeared in one of the walls. I got up and walked out and found that I was inside some type of futuristic hospital. There were no people in this hospital, only robots that looked somewhat like people. They showed me to the exit, and all of a sudden I was in this huge city. It was nothing like I had ever seen before. There were cars flying above me and the streets were full of robots. I only saw a few other people. I ran up to this one bloke and asked him, "Where am I?" And he laughed and said, "Oh, you must be new to this. I am a time traveller too, from the year 2030. I told him that I was from 1977, and he said time travel is released to the public in the year 2028, and that the year that we were in was a common travel spot for time travellers. I was amazed. He told me that humans no longer exist in this year, and they had merged with technology long ago, and now only robots remained. I thought it was amazing they allowed time travelers to visit. I spoke with a few of the robots, and they were the nicest people I had ever talked to. Even though they were way more intelligent than any human, they had this warmth and kindness to them that was unmatched. I asked how I could get back to my time, and they showed me to a building that had the words Time Station on it. I was shocked to find out it was free to time travel to whatever time you'd like. I simply chose the year 1977, selected the location, and the robot at the front desk told me to sit in one of the chairs. Before I knew it, my vision went white and I was standing back in the base. The scientists said I had been gone for a few weeks, even though I was only in the future for a few minutes. I told them what I saw, and I am telling you now because I feel as if the public deserves to know. Thank you for listening to me.